Let's think about what the media has done. Remember, the president called the media, the fake news media, the enemies of the people. And I have a lot of friends in the press, and I started thinking about this, and I said, do we really want to use that type of language? And I visited the Constitution. I remember there being a free press in the First Amendment. And I did this thought exercise where I said, okay, well, is corporate media a free press? And I don't think it is. So let's go through a couple of examples of what's happened.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
I think Johnny Cash is actually my favorite artist. I think Johnny Cash did a rendition of that song. I have to get with the staff and see who that artist was and whether that was a rendition or the original. You're back listening to the Alex Jones Show here on InfoWars. I'm the guest host for this bottom hour. My name is Ali Alexander. You can find me at twitter.com/Ali. We just got through talking with Owen about Mr. Robert De Niro with a lot of secrets in his closet. But you see, Hollywood and the media are a part of the same beast. This is a hydra that we're facing. I was on Periscope last night, and I made this list for y'all. I made this list of just the past 72 hours. Let's think about what the media has done. Remember, the president called the media, the fake news media, the enemies of the people. And I have a lot of friends in the press, and I started thinking about this, and I said, do we really want to use that type of language? And I visited the Constitution. I remember there being a free press in the First Amendment. And I did this thought exercise where I said, okay, well, is corporate media a free press? And I don't think it is. So let's go through a couple of examples of what's happened. And we're going to take calls. So I'm going to give the number here in a little bit. You grab a number, you grab a pen. We're going to give the number out in a little bit. But let's go through these examples. One, BuzzFeed's editor-in-chief has admitted that he knew that his reporter was sleeping with someone on the Select Senate Committee of Intelligence. Okay, so there was a BuzzFeed reporter who now works at the New York Times who was sleeping with her source in exchange for information, classified information, highly illegal. Thank goodness the Department of Justice has charged this man. But BuzzFeed Ben says, that's okay. We don't need journalistic standards. So there's a new standard. Second on our list is the G7 meeting. How about that G7 meeting? So Donald Trump goes in the G7 meeting and he says, I want fairer deals. If you're going to have tariffs, we're going to have tariffs. He says, America first. You guys can still run the game on us, but it needs to be a little more fair. Media freaks out. Donald Trump comes out the next hour and he says, you know what? If we all got rid of our tariffs, then we could have total free trade. So the president demonstrated, using a technique in the art of the war, that the other side doesn't actually want a deal. They don't want a deal. The media is quite literally not pushing an agenda, not a partisan agenda. They're not pushing for fair trade, and they're not pushing for free trade. They're pushing for our opponents, our adversaries, our allies to eat our lunch. And I'll tell you why. You want to know the secret why? The secret why is they don't want votes in Ohio. They don't want votes in Pennsylvania. They don't want votes in West Virginia. They want to see the Rust Belt continue its migration to the South so that they can make those swing states. They don't want Donald Trump to ever win Pennsylvania again. They don't want a Republican to have a chance at getting Ohio. They don't want West Virginia solidly in the red column. This is a game of math. Third, they're rooting for war with North Korea. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. The press's coverage is about Kim Jong-un's toilet. And the first question when President Trump was meeting with Prime Minister Lee of Singapore was, didn't you say this was a topsy-turvy world? You cannot make this up. They don't want peace with North Korea because that would be a political victory for the president. You cannot make this up. The anti-war press, the supposedly so-called anti-war press, is pushing for war with North Korea. They do not want a unified peninsula. They want Guam and Japan under constant threat and stress. And this one's my favorite. The press has spent the better part of 3 decades making fun of Donald Trump's hair. They stepped this into overdrive when he started running as a Republican, super overdrive when he became president, but nary a mention when the Canadian Prime Minister Gorilla glues on his eyebrows. You cannot make this up. I was complaining on my Periscope last night that I must be living in La La Land. The press is entirely acting like enemies of the people. They want war. They don't want a trade deal, not a fair trade one, not a free trade one, nothing that had Donald Trump's name on it. They're yelling F Trump. They can't name a single thing they hate about Trump. They're sleeping with their sources in exchange for classified information. Let's not forget that they outed Israel when Israel had subverted and got into ISIS. They had chilled relations with the UK. This was all last year. I mean, literally, we're living in La La Land. We're living in La La Land. This guy is copy and pasting on his eyebrows. You can't make this up. Let me give you guys the number so we can start getting you guys in the queue. This number is going to be 877-789-2539. That number is 877-789-ALEX. If you want to talk to me, we're going to talk about media. I want to talk about media reform. I want to go through the past year and a half of media craziness. I want you guys to ask, because we're definitely going to talk about this after this next segment of how do we step it up. You know, Owen really touched on this, is we can't afford to just complain on Twitter and Facebook anymore. We got to have skin in the game. We have to understand that commerce is speech. We can't be frequenting those people who want us. They don't want us to bake the cake. They want us to decorate the cake. You know, but not their allies, not their other religious allies on the left. No. This is entirely a plan to keep us from breeding, to keep us out of the marketplace of ideas, to keep us out of commerce. And then, as you're seeing with this deep state plot, this Russia hoax, to keep us from serving our government. There is nothing short of a plan to minimize half of the United States' views in the marketplace, in any part of the marketplace. So 877-789-2539. You're going to be on hold. The producers are going to do a great job of getting me those names. And I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to you guys about what's going on. But I honestly can't believe this. I honestly cannot believe that we're living in an age where usually this is what happens. You know, you don't want to be a shill, right? You don't want to say, well, Donald Trump is right about everything. But it's getting really, really difficult when not only the press is doing evil things, bad things, anti-American things, promoting the Steve Scalise shooter, promoting BAM by any means necessary, promoting Antifa. They're not just radicalizing the left. They're not just running coups on us, but they're refusing to speak out against their colleagues when they violate journalistic principles. You cannot make this up. We are living in a cold civil war. We are living in a hashtag cold civil war. And I pray that it doesn't warm. That's what we're trying to do here. That's why I'm here on InfoWars. We have to warn people. We're going to be back after the breaks. We're going to take your calls, 877-789-ALEX. And I'm really excited to take this war to the media. We really, truly, truly, truly are the resistance. Stay tuned. Click share. We appreciate you.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Staying healthy on the go is just as important as staying healthy at home. But sometimes supplements don't work fast enough. That's why InfoWars Life has created a powerful new addition to the Super Blue line, Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Available in 1 ounce, 3.5 ounce, and 16 ounce bottles, Immune Gargle is perfect for the bathroom, kitchen, or wherever you go. The incredible new purifying formula is dentist recommended for daily use whenever you feel like you need to stay clean. As a powerful hand purifier or oral cleansing formula, just a small spray will help you stay clean when you feel surrounded by toxins. With powerful yet simple ingredients, Immune Gargle features Silver Sol Nano Silver for a powerful cleansing alternative. With Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle, staying toxin-free is easy and affordable. Help stop the spread of toxins and stay healthy with Super Blue Silver Immune Gargle. Only available at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.